All right, and we're back. Wednesday edition of Fade the Mahoney. Excuse me. I want to start off the show with just a quick shout out to what I've been hearing lately, the ultimate Mahoney of all time, Norm MacDonald. The stories I've been hearing the last few days of his gambling is second to none. So shout out to him. Rest in peace. Also, thanks real quick to Chad McVeigh. He gave us a little bit of Twitter love, and we got lots and lots of action on Twitter. So thank you. I don't know how this works. As you guys can see here, I've got Dgaf in the house. Quick introduction. You probably know him from 2+2 sessions, poker rags, especially recently, like is Across His Chest, Hustler Casino Live. That's where some of you may know him. We in the Dgaf community know him best as being the #1 ranked all-time player in the Wager Exchange channel. So congratulations on that, DGAF. What would you say is the reason for your success in that channel?
So yeah, I am by far the biggest loser in these neutral EV bets, sports betting, and it's just run bad. And even if I wasn't sharp before, I'm sharp now. I'm confident moving forward. I'm going to make up a lot of ground.
Okay, I've got this outline here prepared, but you just said something that's going to make me blow it all up. I have a question from a PLO expert who goes by the name Generic.
Yes, I know Generic very well.
He says the question is about, a friend of his, but we usually know what that means. He wanted to know how do you know you've transitioned from running bad into a Mahoney?
Is it a question for me?
I mean, anybody who wants to take it.
So a Mahoney is someone who thinks they're sharp and they're on the wrong side all the time. And at the poker table, it's pretty much anyone that talks about a lock. If you hear the word lock, just to listen very carefully to what they're saying. And if they're saying it's the Vikings, you say, okay, cool, thank you. And then you walk over to the sports book and you bet against the Vikings. How do you know if you've transitioned from unlucky to an actual Mahoney?
Yeah, he said something about a friend who just kept running bad and he's not sure. Is he really running bad or is he a Mahoney?
It's very possible he's just running bad.
Okay, but
I know my whole life in sports, I've just been running bad. And either way, I'm fucking locked now. And yet, people won't want to fade anything I have to say today. I've been fucking crushing WNBA. NFL is pretty easy this year. And baseball, just the late games are always easy. I don't know.
Okay. So a little history, right? So this concept, this idea all spun off your suggestion, your idea, DGF, and so thanks for that, and hopefully we can have some nice success and moving forward. And,
how's your channel doing?
Well, it's like you're looking at my notes, Edonk. I have on here, I have to give you a thank you. The idea for this show did stem from conversations that you and the Edonk were having and recording about NBA basketball, specifically playoffs. And I've known the Edonk for over 10 years now, and I knew he was a Mahoney in every sense of the word. I just never thought to monetize it in such a way like this. So thank you for putting that idea into recording.
I had coronavirus when we were doing that. So if my picks were a little off back then, you understand there was a deadly pandemic going through my blood.
Okay. But again,
we completely understand.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm a new man.
And to answer your question, the channel is thriving.
Is it?
It's going huge, and we're very hopeful that your presence on here and your picks will help us out. I want to apologize. I know you've been trying to get on the show for a while, and I had to cancel on you twice, but I think
lifelong dream.
You can understand when I had access to Moose on one day and B-Funk on another day, you've got to take a back seat.
Of course. if the show's called Fade the Mahoney, you should actually get some people on that the listener or the viewer can fade and make money. It's gonna be tricky for them today. They're gonna have to follow my plans, but I understand. You got to get the Mahonies in first. Occasionally mix in a sharp like myself, and I get it. No problem.
Okay. A little housekeeping here real quick. The structure of this show has sort of been all over the place. I'm trying to lock in a more permanent schedule. And as of right now, that structure is on Mondays. It's going to be me and the E-Donk. We're going to recap all of the weekend stuff as well as looking at the Monday night game.
Nice.
Wednesdays, we're going to have special guests, extra special Mahonies as much as we can. That's going to be Wednesday show. And we'll obviously do some NFL in all of those. And then on Fridays, it's going to be me, E-Donk, and Trevor Savage. Obviously, we have to break down the Major League Wiffle Ball news for the week and the game of the day, as well as go through our NFL circa contest picks. So,
Trevor Savage is one of the most undercover Mahonies of all time.
I have some stats I'm going to go through in just a minute.
I fired fantasy daily fantasy football with him one day, and the night before, he was telling me about Tua Tagliova or whatever his name is on the Dolphins, and we're just gonna put everything around him. And I'm pretty sure he got benched for like Fitzmagic in the second quarter or something the next day. He's undercover because he's so smart, so good at poker, and just a giant Mahoney.
Well, for this, I'll just get into it now, and I'm sorry for this ahead of time, Trevor, but for the circa millions contest that we're in, you got to pick 5 NFL games against the spread every week.
Mm-hmm.
And we let Trevor do 2 last week.
Yeah.
And E-Donk did the other 3. Now E-Donk went 1 and 2, but he had all 3 of his. He had them all 3 correct.
Which one did he nail?
The Texans. The Texans.
Oh, good.
It wasn't even close.
No.
Yeah, you solved that one.
He got the Washington football team and the Patriots both incorrect, and they both.
But how the fuck was I supposed to know that Fitzmagic was going to go down?
Well, and a fumble inside the 5. I mean, you had those nailed. Trevor, on the other hand, he had the Bills, huge favorites who lost by $1 million.
Yeah.
And the Ravens, huge favorites who lost to a team that doesn't even know how to play football.
That was really bad. The Raiders were a lock. I hate to say it, they were a lock. I called that shot before the game. They have the worst coaching. Their quarterback, I think, is on Oxy, and they're just a horrible team to watch. But first game in that stadium Monday night for this season, that was easy. And the Ravens dealing with all those injuries. This is the shit I bring now. I don't just say, oh, John Harbaugh or whoever his name is. Yeah, John Harbaugh is better than Gruden. I'm going to take the Ravens. That was a bad play by Trevor. Huh?
Is that Jim?
It's one of the Harbaugh brothers.
One of them.
I don't know.
He's
a good coach, but you can't lose all your running backs and your defensive backs and go into a stadium with a bunch of crazy people in Las Vegas and expect to come out with a win. Even though the Raiders have the worst coaching I've ever seen, especially situational coaching. It's just unbelievable.
Did you think it was pretty bad on second down to line up for a 44-yard field goal and then get a delay of game? Was that good?
No, actually, it might have been next level because he went out there for a 44-yard field goal. The Ravens defense could not stop the Raiders, right? So you would just keep marching down and win the game. And on second down, he brings out his kicking team to get that delay of game. And Harbaugh's like, what? Is this guy trolling me right now? And then third down, he just throws a bomb. And it's just an easy touchdown. So if it was a setup, I kind of like it. But I'm not sure it was intentional.
So to recap, well, let me go back to my my housekeeping thing. Obviously, we have a recovering Mahoney in DGAF on with us for our initial special Wednesday episodes. I've already been in contact with Matt Kiefer, the guy who's doing those cool YouTube videos with.
He's the best.
Wolf of Wall Street, and the
Yeah.
Rounders one is really awesome. I've got him lined up for next Wednesday.
Is he a Mahoney?
I think everybody's going to need to tune in next week. He has a system. He's already hinted at he's got a sports gambling system.
That's a key word right there.
Yeah.
That's like hearing the word lock.
Yeah, so we're pretty excited about that.
Nice.
It's like this lady I know. She's got a roulette system.
What is it?
Yeah, off air. I'll tell you.
Yeah. Save it.
Okay. We don't want everyone getting rich.
So DGF, you know some pretty big names. So I was hopeful that you could help down the road on the future Wednesdays. I haven't been able to get a hold of Macaroni or One Time. I've tried both of them and they keep pushing me off. So if you could help, that would be great.
You don't want to get a hold of Macaroni. He's not a Mahoney.
He isn't?
He's not, no. One Time, on the other hand, that would be the best guest you could probably ever get for this show.
One Time. Okay. So if, again, I don't want to, ask anything out of school, but if you could help, maybe ping him for me, see if you could schedule him or at least give me his number so I could get a hold of him. I'd love to.
Yeah. I mean, Macaroni's a great guy, but he's not a Mahoney. One Time, also a great guy and exactly what you're looking for.
Okay. All right.
Perfect.
And then you spend a lot of time around Hustler Casino, obviously, as by your shirt and your job. A couple of gentlemen, Andrew Nemi and Brad Owen, they keep doing stuff on Twitter. So obviously they've given us love and they look like they're excited. So if you see them, if you could just tell them to chill out, maybe I'll find a spot for him down the road. But
sure,
One Time's the white whale right now, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's just, if you're going to have a singing show, you want Mariah Carey on there. If you're going to have a Mahoney show, you want One Time.
All right, awesome. We went 1-4 in Circa, as
Congrats.
I said. Yeah.
Which one did you guys nail again? Oh yeah, the
Texans.
Yeah, you got the Texans. Good job.
So mostly Trevor Savage's fault. Question for you, DGAF. Have you been following all the intrigue in Major League Wiffle Ball recently? Have you?
No.
Okay. Well, you're gonna
because they don't let me get enough money down on Wiffle Ball, so I got to stick to the majors. Unfortunately, the tighter lines, but I'm a heavy hitter these days, so I don't really follow the minor shit.
Okay. Well, Trevor has some outs for getting some money down on that. So if you want to, there's this guy who I know you would love. We should probably get you a jersey. This guy, Trevor Bonham, really, really good player. Got knocked out of the playoffs, and he's got some LeBron James in him. In that once he got knocked out of the playoffs, he basically demanded to be traded to a better team. So I just get the feeling he'd be your favorite player. So we'll work on getting you some of his jerseys or something like that. Did you have any?
Has LeBron ever done that? Or did he leave in free agency after like 6 years of his best player being Delonte West, his best teammate?
Demanded to be traded. No, I couldn't say that, but constantly leaving and trying to put together a super team, I think. But what's really important about LeBron?
I mean, it's not his fault that Delonte West slept with his mom, right?
No. What does that have to do with me?
I don't know.
Well, he wanted to get out of there.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, are from Chicago, and has LeBron ever had a Pippen on his team? A Pippen, a Rodman, a Kukoc? It's.
He did move heaven and earth to get whatever
Anthony
that
Davis?
guy's name is, who I can't remember.
Anthony Davis?
No, the guy who's like 50 now, played for Syracuse. Carmelo Anthony. He's got him now, so he should be all set.
Yeah.
Melo. Yeah. He also changed his number. Are you aware he changed his number?
Yeah, he's back to 6, right?
Yeah, that's big news. Big news.
It is.
Let's see. Do I have any other questions? No. Should we do some picks?
Hey, it's your show, man. You tell me.
Okay. I know you're old school and you're a big fan of old school touts and they're doing units. So
Yeah,
if
you guys need to adapt that.
if you want to do your picks and units, I'll have my IT department, do whatever has to be done to transfer them over to stars before I post them. But, 1 through 5 units is fine, whatever you want to do. Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing stars. You don't bet in stars.
That's right.
Okay.
The old school guys, they bet in units. All right.
Little kids bet in stars.
Yeah. Well, stars, emojis work much better on social media. I can't find a unit emoji. So, but again, IT will handle the transfer from your units into stars. As always,
just a lowercase u in case you ever need it.
Lowercase u. Okay. We are not sponsored by DraftKings, just so you know, but that's where we get all our lines from. Let's start with the big game. The big game tonight, your specialty. You're on a 6-0 tear in the WNBA. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah.
The New York Liberty.
6-0?
I've won the last 3 games. I've gotten the side and the total correct. I had to sting macaroni pretty bad yesterday on the Atlanta Dream and the over. It was just, I don't know. You just got to do it.
All right.
Do you get special? Do you get insider info?
No, I just I'm a student of the game, and I like to, if I watch the first half, my second half play is going to be pretty strong, and I just study the patterns just like any other sharp out there.
All right. We got the Liberty at the Sun tonight. That's the New York Liberty at the Connecticut Sun. The number has actually moved. Lots of money coming in on the Sun. It's up to 13.5. Total 147.5. What do you got?
Well, I'm going to go with the favorite here. The Liberty is terrible. They're so bad. I'm going to go with the favorite, but even though the total is low, I actually like the under better than the Connecticut Sun. So I would go a couple units on the under and 1 unit on the Connecticut Sun.
2 units on the under, 1 on the Sun. Congratulations. I think this is our first ever one unit play. So we're breaking.
Yeah, because you get a bunch of, rightfully so, you get a bunch of Mahonies on here who are just going to punt off their bankroll the first game they see. Us sharps, we just manage our money, and I don't know.
All right. Let's go on to the biggest game that's on the NFL schedule tomorrow. And the biggest game on the schedule tomorrow is the Washington football team. They're hosting the Giants. The football team is favored by 3.5 with a total of 40.5.
How many games are on the schedule tomorrow? Just one, right?
Thursday? Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
So that it is the biggest game tomorrow? Okay. What do you say? Washington, what? Washington is going to be disrespected because they lost to probably the hottest QB in the league right now in Herbert. But
he's very good.
What's the line? What's going on?
3.5. Washington football team, 3.5. 40.5 is the total. Hey, hold on.
48.5, you said?
Shout out Jody Savage.
You're drinking Coke? Or
Coke Zero.
Oh, that stuff's healthy. I'm drinking black coffee.
I have 6 or 8 of these a day.
Well, cheers, man.
6 or 8.
Cheers to Jody Savage.
Yep.
I don't have that many. That seems crazy, but
it's fine.
Yeah, you gotta factor in, like, for tomorrow that Fitzmagic he's hurt.
Mm-hmm. I love Washington tomorrow.
Love Washington.
Love.
Okay.
Should be a shirt.
What's that?
Should be a shirt.
How much do you love
Washington
the football team
tomorrow.
minus 3.5?
Yeah, you'll see that number go to 4. Every time I kind of tell someone about a play, the line moves. There's a big thing going on where people are worried about security on their phones. And watch, you'll see that line go to 4, maybe 4.5, but probably 4 before the game. We're taking Washington, couple units. Giants are dog shit. And what's the total? 48.5? We're going to go ahead and
4-0.
What?
4-0.
Oh, shit. 40.5? That's too low. It's too low. That's just too low. Those are a couple of incapable offenses. We like the over there, just based on the numbers, just too low.
Okay, how many units?
Penalties happen. So 40.5? Are we
Yep.
locking it in at 40.5 or
Yeah.
do I have to beat the closing line?
No. We lock it in here.
Okay, so
Again,
let's go.
not sponsored by DraftKings.
Let's go. We'll do 2 on the Washington football team and one on the over. One
Okay.
unit on the over.
All right. This is a true Mahoney game right here.
Okay.
The
Is it okay if I make another cup of coffee?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll yell
All
really loud.
We'll just ask Edonk for a play real quick because I'm taking my headphones off.
Okay, San Francisco 49ers are at Philadelphia. The Niners on the road are favored by 3.5 with a total of 50.
The Niners are playing. Who are they playing? Say it again.
Philadelphia.
The Niners. I actually saw this game and I was. My first instinct was San Francisco.
Obviously. So how many units or stars are you going to do on the 49ers?
I think that I don't love it. We'll just go 2 stars.
Okay.
And we'll go with the under.
Is that like
For,
when you're a kid when you make your bed and your mom gives you a little golden star? Is that what you guys are betting?
Dgaf units don't mean anything. They don't.
Of course they do.
Stars.
Okay.
Okay, so but we're going back and forth between units and stars. I've got a strong IT department. We'll figure it out. How much do we like the under on this one, Edon?
For 3.
That's our biggest play of the day so far. Under.
3 golden stars. What game are you guys talking about?
The Niners at Philly.
Oh, everyone's just gonna always fucking underrate Philly, aren't they?
Oh yeah, that's why I identified this one as a Mahoney special because all the Mahoney points here. They will all lay the points, right?
I don't know. Yeah, why did people not like Philly at home when they just went into Atlanta and destroyed the Falcons?
Because the Niners scored like 70 points.
Yeah, they played the Raiders of the fucking Midwest, or wherever the Detroit is. Not Midwest. Is that Midwest?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in the Midwest.
Excellent segue. The next game, the Las Vegas Raiders are at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's favored by 5.5 with a total of 47. I know you love the Raiders and you love their coaching staff. That's why I picked this one, DGF. What do you think?
First of all, I love the over. Just couldn't love it anymore. And I think we're going to have to go with Pittsburgh. Yeah, I think people are going to be a little too high on the Raiders for beating a beaten up Baltimore team at home. A letdown's coming. We'll go Pittsburgh 1 unit over 2 units.
This was my circa pick, one of my circa picks for the weekend. So
why are you guys still doing it? You started off 1-4, you're dead, right?
There's
no,
a
you
few
got to
weeks
do
left.
it every week.
There's a few weeks left, so
Huh?
we're gonna try to fight back.
You guys were scrambling to get your picks in. It turns out like it almost didn't matter.
Had we not gotten them in, we would have been out of point.
You would have been 1 game behind where you're at right now.
All right, your other team that I know you love, the LA Chargers are hosting the Cowboys. Chargers are favored by
Cowboys are fucking dead.
dead. So you're gonna
Dead.
lay 3.
They almost beat Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so what's the I don't know, what's the line?
Oh, it's up. It's up 0.5 point from this morning. It was 3. Now you got to lay 3.5 if you want the Chargers.
Happy to do it.
Any thoughts on the total? 55.5.
55.5.
Yep.
Holy shit, we're going under.
How many units are we putting on those?
We will put a little hometown special. We'll go 2 units on the Chargers, and we'll do 1 unit on the under. I know Dallas's defense is atrocious, but the Chargers defense is underrated.
All right, my last game that I've got on here, last game, Sunday night game, big game, KC favored by 3.5 at Baltimore. Again, another total of 55.
Yeah, this kind of feels like a trap. The total's 55. We like the over. It feels
It might be a fake trap. It might be a fake trap.
a fake trap. What do you like? You know, and this will maybe help me form my opinion.
It's a coin flip for me, honestly. I could go either way.
Okay, that's insightful.
Mhm.
So we got Baltimore traveling to KC.
Nope.
Is that right? No, KC traveling to Baltimore.
Yep. This is another Mahomes.
I mean, did you see the comeback that Mahomes put together?
There you go. You got it. You got the answer now. Go ahead, DGF.
Yeah. So I guess the old me wanted to really take KC.
Yep.
But the new me that's a little bit sharper will use all the information I have access to. And yeah, that was it right there. That was the moment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Baltimore Ravens getting 3.5. Since that's a Monday night. Wait, Sunday night?
Sunday night game.
Yeah. So we'll go 2 units there. And then what's the total? 55.5?
Just 55.
55. We're gonna go 4 units on the over.
Wow, that's a lot.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Those are the games that I had. Everybody who comes on, it's the opportunity to win some Fade the Mahoney merch. Whoever gets the MVP correct gets the merch. So you've got a little advantage in that.
You guys have merchandise?
We're in negotiations with Poker Rags right now. We're working on the I Like Liverpool t-shirt is going to be a huge seller. We're working on it. Who do you like, even though you've got a week in, who do you like for the NFL MVP this year?
If I get the MVP right, I might get a shirt if you guys end up making one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish you'd be a little bit more positive about it. Yes.
Well, no.
Thank you.
That's
you.
quite a reward.
Thank you for recapping. Thank you for
quite a
recapping.
reward. I'm nervous now. So wait a second. If I guess the MVP correctly, I might get a shirt if Poker Rags decides to work with you guys.
Well, even if they don't, the amount of buzz that we've had over the I Like Liverpool design, I mean, we'll take it somewhere. Have you seen the design for I Like Liverpool?
Honestly, my kids make shirts all the time. They have markers and shit. We'll get you one, okay?
Okay.
Don't sweat it. We'll get you one.
What kind of material? Is it going to be soft? Is it going to be what do we got here?
The material.
Gildan? Is it Gildan, the stuff that kind of makes your nipples bleed? What is that?
That's the design that our people are working with for our first shirt. Do you like it?
I like your phone.
Good. I mean, we're working, the font. We're still working on the font and everything, but we'll get there. Just get the MVP right and you'll get one.
If I guess this correctly, I'm going to go ahead and say right now, I'm going to donate my shirt to charity. Just because that's what kind of heart I have.
It's very, very generous of you. It'll be the first one off the print too. It might be priceless.
Do you know that? What did Ted Turner do? He wrote what, the government a check for like $1 billion or something one time? You never heard about that?
No.
Oh, well, similar. So who's going to win?
Similar.
Who's going to win MVP this year in the National Football League? Wow.
You want to think on it a bit? I have a couple other questions for you.
Sure. Yeah. Let me think about this for a second.
You want to do the same for the NBA Finals Championship?
Well, how about this? I'm just going to give people a long shot. Because there's going to be no value on like Mahomes or Brady.
But there's so much value to the t-shirt.
Yeah, I know. I realize that. It's actually making me a little nervous.
Do you need to see the picture, the design?
Yeah, can I
prototype?
see the design one more time?
This is the prototype that that our designer is working on right now.
I like Liverpool. Fade the Mahoney.
Yep.
Did Liverpool, how much did they lose by that game?
That was the Edonk selection to win the league in the Premier League, English Premier League. So
How'd they do?
Yeah.
they've won some, they've lost some. It's early.
Yeah, I don't really follow soccer too much, but I'm gonna
Edonk
give
wins
people
most of his bets.
a value play here. I don't anticipate he'll win the MVP, but you're gonna get great value on your bet. Justin Herbert, quarterback for the Chargers,
Okay.
MVP of the National Football League, from Rookie of the Year to MVP. I think that's how Mahomes did it too.
What do you think about 20-1? It's pretty good, huh? You can get 20-1.
Yeah, you're getting good value there. They have a good team, and he's got some pretty good targets. Keenan Allen's amazing, obviously, and
Cooper Cup.
The kid's the real deal. What?
Cooper Cup.
Cooper
Max.
Cup?
Yeah.
Are you just making up words? What's Cooper Cup?
He's a wide receiver for Los Angeles, just the other Los Angeles. The other Los Angeles.
He's not going to throw to Cooper Cup too often this year.
Not too often, no. I would take the under.
I mean, he had a great game the other day.
Yeah. Are you sure his name's Cooper Cup? I know his last name's Cup.
That's right.
Cooper Cup?
Yeah.
Maybe it's Super Cup. I'm not sure.
Is his dad Dr. Seuss?
No.
Oh. Okay.
What about
Cooper Cup's his name?
That would be Cooper Seuss.
Cooper Cup?
No. His dad was like Steve Garvey. Dr. Seuss was like Steve Garvey. Just planted his seed everywhere. Dr. Seuss did. So did Steve Garvey.
There's not many people watching this who will know who Steve Garvey is. You and me.
What do you mean? Well, how many people are watching it to begin with?
Steve Harvey, the guy, the black guy from the.
He has no idea.
No, but I bet you he's prolific in the sack as well. We're talking about Steve Garvey, Dodgers legend, came down to San Diego in the twilight of his career and planted his seed all over. San Diego is just a Garvey town.
He's a very, very handsome man from what I remember. And for some reason, I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame. Can you explain that one?
No. The Major League Baseball Hall of Fame is a joke anyways, but Dr. Seuss was the same way. And he lived here in La Jolla, and he's very promiscuous.
Yes, he planted.
And who's going to name their kid
the
Cooper Cup if not for Dr. Seuss?
It's an excellent point. Do you think the Lakers at plus 380 to win the NBA championship is a good value?
Plus 380?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's decent value. I mean, of course, it's not good value, but I think who's the favorite? Brooklyn?
Correct.
And then the Bucks?
No, Lakers are second. What a world. The Lakers are plus 380. You can get plus 900 on the Bucks. Does that make sense?
Whatever the Bucks are is the value play.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
They're just going to get better. At some point, if you look at LeBron, the year he came into the league, all those guys are retired. They all have like dumb shows on TV. So at some point he's going to decline, and it's probably going to be this year, unfortunately.
No, he got all that youth to prop him up this year. They'll be fine, right?
Yeah, it's an interesting thing they're doing over there. I bet you, I don't know, sometimes old guys just rally. Who knows? But no, I wouldn't bet on it.
He might get so much extra strength from that new number.
Yeah. What was Jordan doing at this stage of his career?
I
don't know. Being undefeated.
He wasn't playing.
He had golf. 6 championships, I bet.
It's just polishing.
Yeah. Robert Horry has a lot of championships too. So what was your question? Is Cooper Kupp going to catch how many touchdowns?
From Justin Herbert, over under 6.
I'm gonna go with the under.
All right. I think that's a pretty good line. Are you at all
For the whole season?
Yeah.
Whole season, yeah. You know that Herbert doesn't play quarterback for both teams. He's not all-time quarterback. Like, did you guys do that when you were a kid? Or you're a millennial. You guys played like flag football.
We did that. We did that quite a bit. But one of the things we do on this show, Dgaf, is when Edonk is completely going down the wrong path, just don't get in his way. Just let him go. It makes for much better television.
Okay.
He'd spend the rest of the year thinking.
Now I understand he's not even on the same team.
There you go.
Cooper Kupp?
I got
No, he's not.
DGAF, we've taken a lot of your time. I know you're very busy. Are you interested in the big Friday match, the cornhole match? Have you done any studying on that?
I haven't studied it yet.
Okay, we'll skip it then. That's fine. But there is a big match Friday night between Frank Modlin and Adam Hissner. Maybe we'll talk about that on Friday. I'm not going to put you on the spot. I know you don't like to sell, so I'm going to do a little bit of selling before we say goodbye, if that's okay.
Sure. What are you going to sell?
I'm going to sell sessions. I'm going to sell Patreon. You should all go onto Patreon and search. What do they search? DGAF poker player or just DGF? Either will get them there.
I think either would get them there.
Get there, become a patron. We have some really, really cool shit going on. Specifically, we've got a meetup in October in Vegas for patrons. We have rake-free home games in Poker Bros through the community. If you're a patron at a certain level, Check Raise Charles, who is no good at poker at all, is representing us in the main event, and
he's good at poker. He's a good candidate to go play for us.
He's repping the community through the rake that we've collected through Poker Bros. He's going to play in the main event, and a whole shitload of us have a piece. So we've all got to sweat.
Yeah. So for the people that don't know, we have online home games. We just play small to goof around and throw tomatoes and whatever else at each other. And we set the rake very low. And even though we've done that, and there are expenses. You got to pay Poker Pros every month. And I believe that's the only expenses, but we've put people in tournaments during the pandemic, and we have 10K for Check Raise Charles to go play as the player of the year, the most points earned in tournaments. So that's pretty cool. No one makes a dime off of the home games. And also it tells you, if you're playing in other home games, how brutal it is, because we take low rake in tiny games like 10 cent, 20 cent, and we still came up with probably 12K overall since the pandemic. So I don't know, but I think it's going to be really cool. We got a bunch of us sweating him, and we all have you guys have a piece. I don't have a piece, but I'll be rooting for him too.
Okay. Well, we have an official community meetup in Vegas in 3 or 4 weeks now. And then the hope is that when Check Raise Charles makes it to the final table, a whole bunch of us will go back out there and sweat him for that, because we've all got a tiny piece of what he's going to do there. Also, shout out Poker Rags. I've got some stuff here.
That's a good company.
It is really, really good. Again, we're going to see what we can do about that. I Like Liverpool design. We'll circle back on that. Today is Wednesday, so people should listen to Raising the Nuts with Trevor and Jody Savage. What else? Again, Matt Kiefer next Wednesday, which is going to be awesome. You got anything else you want to plug? Well, we certainly have to plug Hustler Casino Live, where you commentate once a month for the full week. Is that accurate?
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
And that was last week.
Yeah. people should just, yeah, I mean, we don't have to plug them, but people should check out the Friday game from last week, Garrett and Gall and others. It was a pretty sick game. I started commentating it with Marley Cordero, and then she had to go back to Vegas after a couple hours, and then I was in there by myself. But the action
Marley
was sick.
Spraggy, though. It's Marley Spraggy, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Marley Spragg. Yes, Marley Spragg. But I got a timestamp for you. If you go to that Friday show at 5:58, like 5:58 and change, it starts a hand where Garrett 3-bets with ace 10 offsuit, and it's one of the sickest hands you'll ever see on a stream. Did you guys see that or no?
Was that against
Where you just 3-barreled?
Yeah, but yeah, it was pretty sick. If you watch it closely, it's just a really sick hand. So
yeah, I won't spoil it, but your insight / predictions throughout the hand were pretty spot on. So that was entertaining. I will tell you that I'll put a link below, but I'd have to figure it out first. But I'll try my best to
doesn't
put
matter.
that down there. So that's cool. I want to circle back real quick. I started the show off with a shout out to Norm MacDonald. If everybody watching this is caught up on all of their content for the day, listen to today's first episode of the Adam Carolla Show. There's like a 20-minute spot with him and Norm talking about Kenny Rogers songs. If you want to laugh and cry, should listen to that. It is super, super funny. So that's my last recommendation. Again, we are not sponsored by DraftKings. We just use all their lines. And that's all I got. You got anything for the people, E-Dog?
No, it's been good. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it. Appreciate you coming on. And thanks for all your insight.
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know.
You're the
I
special
thought you were
guest.
talking. I thought you were talking to Mike Jojo. No problem. And thanks for that. Did you see that Mahomes comeback? That was pure. That was the fucking moment of the episode. Everyone should just fire Baltimore and clean up.
Take that shit to the bank, okay?
Oh, shout out Analytics Deep Dive channel on Slack. That's a you know what's going to be on there. We have an Analytics Deep Dive channel, Dgaf in Slack.
I didn't know that.
If you want to check it out, Analytics put together the play of the day.
I'm a field
63.5.
player, man. I'm a field player.
You're more of a I know you enjoy like the table talk and breaking down hands for people. So just stick to
Love
those
that.
two.
So many
Stick to those.
experts in this community.
63.5% is what Analytics is at right now. So you
What does
can
that mean?
it means Baltimore will be the analytics play of the week is what it means. So
Oh, okay.
We do have many really great poker players in this community. I'm just happy to be involved.
Yeah, it's quite a collection of people who run bad.
all right, DGF, we took up way more time than you said you could give us, so I appreciate your generosity. E-Dog, love the shirt, pokereggs.us, and please say goodbye to the people, everybody.
Later.
By Cooper Cup.
Cooper Cup.
See you later.